The safe house massacre. Jide burst into the abandoned warehouse Demola had described, the briefcase clutched like a lifeline. The air smelled of motor oil and stale sweat. "Demola, I'm here!" His voice echoed through the empty space. A shadow moved, then another. Not Demola. 3 armed men stepped into the dim light, AK-47s trained on Jide's chest. "Drop the case," the leader growled, his scarred face twisting into a smile. Jide's blood turned to ice. Demola had set him up. A friend's betrayal, a phone rang. The leader answered, nodding before tossing it to Jide. "Jide," Demola's voice was thick with regret. "They have my wife. I had no choice." A gunshot cracked through the receiver. A woman's scream. Then silence. Jide's knees buckled. His oldest friend had sold him out to save his family and failed. The leader cocked his gun. Last chance. The case. The briefcase gambit. Jide's mind raced. If he handed it over, Bashir would have him killed. If he didn't, he'd die now. Then he remembered the blinking red light. A tracker, or worse. With a sudden grin, Jide hurled the briefcase at the men and dove behind a stack of tires. Boom! The explosion shattered the warehouse windows. Heat seared Jide's back as shrapnel whizzed past his head. When the smoke cleared, 2 men were down. The third staggered up, blood dripping from his temple. "You're dead, taxi driver," he spat, raising his pistol. Bang! A bullet tore through the man's skull. Jide whirled to see Bashir's personal bodyguard, smoke curling from his silenced gun. "Boss says you're smarter than you look," the bodyguard said. "Let's go." The billionaire's ultimatum. Bashir wasn't smiling when Jide was shoved into his penthouse. "You opened the case." A statement, not a question. Jide's breath caught. He hadn't, but the bomb proved Bashir never trusted him to begin with. "It was a test," Bashir said softly. "And you passed?" "Barely." He slid a new briefcase across the table. "Last job. Deliver this to the governor's mansion. Then, you're free." Jide knew better now. Freedom? No. This was another trap. But as he reached for the case, Bashir's hand clamped down on his wrist. "One more thing. Your wife is waiting downstairs. For your sake, don't disappoint me again." Moral lesson. When money speaks, even blood ties can break. But true power lies in knowing when to play along and when to burn the game down. Engaging questions. 1. Would you have thrown the briefcase or tried to negotiate? 2. Is Bashir testing Jide's loyalty or setting him up to die? 3. What would you do if your family was used as leverage?